and welcome to the very first Motivational Monday Movement segment of the DramaKueen vlog. Thank you so much for tuning in. This week is going to be about something that is very powerful. And sometimes we don't know the power that we may have or hold over someone with this one thing. And so that's the thing that we're going to discuss today on the very first Motivational Monday Movement. So that wonderful thing that we're talking about that has so much power, and sometimes we forget or we do not acknowledge how much power this one thing has. This one thing sits on our face. It's the one thing that's moving of mine right now. This thing called my mouth, okay? So the thing that I want to talk about today is how your mouth can make or break someone's day. And I'm going to give you an example, a couple of examples of this. So the first thing that I want to talk about is how powerful this thing is. And we have to know when we are dealing with powerful weapons like a gun, a machine gun, you have to know how to use it so that you do not affect someone else, hurt someone else, kill someone else, make their day bad because you mishandled your equipment. Okay, so that's what we're going to talk today about, is this equipment, this weapon that we have called our mouth. We have a lot of power in that. Sometimes we can say or do something, or not say or not do something, and it could affect someone else's whole day. It can affect their day. I'm going to give you guys a story that happened to me back in 2001. That was over 18 years ago, and it still gives me the warm and fuzzies. You can't see right now, but the hair on my arm is standing up. Okay? All right. So here's the story. 2001, I was working at Disney World in Orlando, Florida, had an opportunity to attend different events that they had there to get the public ready for the Christmas holiday. Every day they had a different star that would come read the Christmas story and, you know, be a part of the festivities and everything. And it was just an awesome experience to get you ready for the holiday spirit. So on this particular day, the person that I saw that was coming, I was supposed to leave. My internship was supposed to end, and I stayed an extra day because I really wanted to see this person. This is somebody that I've seen growing up my whole life. As a child, I watched them on TV. Very educated, very classy woman. Come to find out years later, I wasn't in a sorority in 2001, but I was interested in being in a sorority, and she was in that same sorority. So I'm just building you guys up to tell you how sometimes we can look up to someone, sometimes we can see someone, and we don't know what type of expectations to have if we ever have the opportunity to meet them. So this particular day, I was so super excited. Working at Disney World, I had an opportunity to meet a lot of stars. I mean, I met a lot. And it was amazing because they were amazed that I was working at Disney World. So I didn't know how this particular star was going to take me trying to talk to her. So she finishes her work and she's getting ready to leave, and of course, she has security, and I just want to talk to her. I've seen you. I've looked up to you. I've heard your voice. I've just always looked up to you and wanted to have this opportunity in my life. So this one person, I've allowed this one person to dictate how my day is going to go on this particular day while I'm in Disney World. So I approach her and I'm ready. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to go talk to her. So I'm like, oh my God, it's you. Like, I would really love to talk to you because, you know, I want to be where you are. You know, we have a lot of things in common. Like, I'm just like just going crazy. I'm like 21 years old. I'm just like, oh my God. Security wasn't having it. Security was like, nope, she's not doing it. Sorry, ma'am, sorry. She didn't say anything at that moment. She didn't say no to me. Security said no. And I was respectful because that is her right. That's her space, it's her time, it's her right. So I was like, oh, okay. So I guess I kind of looked sad or whatever, and I walked away, and she's like, no, come back, come. She said, come come walk with me. She's like, I do have to go, but I still have to walk to my destination, so you walk with me and you can talk with me. And I was like, huh? Y'all see this smile on my face? That moment has stuck with me. The person that I'm speaking of is Felicia Rashad. I have always loved her, looked up to her. I just thought she was the perfect depiction of a classy African-American woman. And I had the opportunity to meet her. And it could have went left, it could have went right. But she chose to make my day. We are not all at Felicia Rashad's status, but we have the opportunity each and every day to touch people. We have the opportunity to make their day good. We have the opportunity to make their day bad. We also have the opportunity to control if our day is good or bad and how we handle things. That was one of the most amazing experiences, even though it was over 18 years ago. Felicia Rashad stepped outside of what her security said and allowed me the opportunity to talk with her, to walk with her, to fellowship with her. Has she been nasty or rude, or not even just saying, no, I don't want to, but if she had been nasty or rude and her attitude was like that, I could have felt a certain way about her, about the industry she's in, about the sorority that she's in. And so sometimes when you are in certain positions, whether you are in a sorority, whether you are a doctor or whatever, you have the ability, say it again, you have the ability to make or break someone's day. One of the things that someone told me is that I'm weird in this situation that I'm about to talk about. I used to not do this, but I've started doing it because I know how it makes me feel. One of the things that I do, and it seems so odd in the culture of women, but especially the culture of African American women. If I see a sister and her hair is laid, or if I see a sister and she got some bad shoes on, or I see a sister and she's just looking nice like she got it together, I'm going to comment on that. I ain't going to kiss nobody's butt, but hey, sister, your hair is looking nice. Oh, I love them shoes, girl. You working it. People don't do that. I did it one time. I was in the Atlanta Hartsfield Airport. We were in TGI Fridays eating, my mother and I. And this woman's hair was laid. It was some kind of dread styles. It was wrapped up and in a bun. It just looked cute. And I kept staring at her. And I know that sometimes that we as a people, especially women, and we as African American women, we feel intimidated when somebody is staring at us. We always think it's something negative. She's trying to see this. It's not always negative when somebody's looking at you. They can be looking at you and admiring you or something about you. And so I got up. She was at the bar, I was at the table. I got up and I went and told her, I said, hey, I've been looking at your hair for a minute and it is very, very, very beautiful. It looks great on you. Great job. It looks good. And she kind of stopped. She was like, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. So you never know how this thing, this powerful thing that we have on our face, how it can make or break someone's day. The other thing that I want to say on this Motivational Monday movement about this thing in our mouth is I want to challenge you guys to a couple things. So one of the things that I kind of went back and forth if I was going to talk about this with my mom. We talked about it this morning. I went back and forth if I was going to address it, but I feel like I need to. If you see someone that is different from you, when I say different from you, different race, different gender, different religion, different ethnicity, different physical abilities, they're still people. My mom and I was talking this morning about how a lot of people are intimidated by people that are in a wheelchair or autistic or bipolar or whatever the issue may be. But they're people too, and they want to be loved just like we do. Like I said, I tell the young lady, your hair is looking nice, your clothes, your shoes, your whatever. If you see someone that has a special need, and even if you just see people, what's so hard about speaking? Hey, how are you? How's your day? A lot of times when we're speaking to people, we could care less what they say. We are speaking, we're walking by each other. Hey, how's your day? By the time you answer, you're all the way up here and the person's back here. Nobody really cares, but care. I challenge you to care. Now, I know that life gives us our own obstacles to deal with, and that's fine. But sometimes when you make somebody else feel better, you feel better. Don't ignore people just because they're different than you. Don't ignore them. There's a young man. I used to go to a Culver's all the time in Independence, Missouri. There's a guy, I don't know if he's autistic. I don't know what he has, but I know that he has some type of disability or special needs. And I don't care because I'm an educator. I'm used to dealing with everybody. I don't care. I don't see color. I don't see race. I don't see physical disability. I don't see that. Every time I go into Culver's, this young man, his attitude is amazing. He's smiling. He's greeting you like it's amazing. He really makes my insides kind of tingle because his spirit. I said, if more people had his spirit, the world would be a better place. So I made it a point to get to know him, get to know the young man's name. So the next time I went to Culver's, I went and spoke to him. I don't remember his name now, but hey, such and such. And he's like, oh my God, like you remember my name, you know my name. It was important enough for me. There have been people that have said and done things in my life that have made my day, and I never let them know. But it made me feel good. It made me have a good day. Sometimes a good week or a month or even a year. So the question on this first Motivational Monday movement is, you have the power to do good and bad with this thing right here that we call our mouth. What are you going to do with it? So I challenge you this Monday, I challenge you in this movement to just be nice. Say things, acknowledge people. If somebody's having a bad day and you go to Walmart or Publix or Kroger or Price Chop or Hy-Vee to get your groceries and they're having a bad day and they snap at you, first thing you want to do is snap back. But maybe that person's having a bad day. Maybe they just had somebody in their family that died. Maybe something happened with one of their bills. Anything can happen. So I challenge you. Super, super, super easy to do. It doesn't sound like it's easy to do, but just use your mouth for positivity instead of negativity. There's a lot of negativity out in the world right now. Why would you jump on that bandwagon and not jump on the bandwagon of positivity? So this week, while you are working, while you are driving, while you are in the shower, while you're cooking dinner, while you're eating, while you're playing with your kids, while you're helping your kids with their homework, while you're playing with your dogs, think about how I can bring more positivity into the world. Doesn't take a lot. You see somebody, hey, how you doing? Today, I saw a lady. We walked right by each other. Eyes. I just was trying to watch her. I'm trying to look at her. She's looking down like I don't want to speak. We do that too much. We all have things going on. But one word can make or break someone and make them have a good or a bad day. So thank you so much for tuning in to the very first Motivational Monday movement. I hope that I have been able to move you today and that you will join the positivity movement with what you say with your mouthpiece. Have a blessed week and tune in next week. Bye.